Hello. Okay. My name is Shoaib Lalani, and I'm business head at Taste Financial Services. I'm leading the lending business over there. I started my career as an investment banking analyst and then went into startup like every other teenager. And that's जब मैं investment banking में था, as every business guy, right? कुछ अर्से बाद I started feeling यार क्या कर रहा हूँ मैं? What am I doing here? And at that moment I was like, just like any teenager, I fell in love and I went into entrepreneurship. Started my startup, didn't work out, and then I went into financial industry again, but this time with technology background. So I will talk about the Taste Financial Service ahead, but why AI now? It's not a new term, right? The idea of AI came into being in 1980s. So why suddenly now? 2018 के अंदर आके पिछले 2 साल में हम started talking about AI. Why it took so long? You need to understand that. The time AI was coined, right? It was in 1956. Back then, our computers were dumb. They were not faster enough. There was no computing power. Internet नहीं था, and it took our technology advancement to come into play, and then we are now into the area of digitalization. AI के लिए जो most important चीज़ है, जिसने इसको propose यहाँ तक लेके आया, इसका the cloud power, जहाँ पे आप अपना data store कर सकते हैं, जहाँ पे AI काम करता है, do its work. Just to give a fact, in 2016 we were creating 4,000 terabytes of data per day. In 2017 we created 25 million terabytes of data per day. And that's why AI is now taking its part. And the reason is changing so much difference is the cheap availability of smartphone data or the digital data. That in time 2010, smartphone data was cost around $900. Now it's $100 per device. In 2010, the number of connected devices in the market was around 8 billion devices. Now it's 25 billion devices. So means an average person has like 3 devices with him: smartphone, laptop, and smartwatches. And all these are creating data which is fueling the AI. So, in one word, what AI can do for us, for humans? Can anybody guess from the audience? Anyone? What AI can do for us? Sim? Yeah?
Are you just asking about the positive aspects or the negative aspects?
Just one word, what AI can do for humans?
I think it is the human capability, the things we are doing today to actually replace or in the near future. So these are the product from about AI.
Yeah. So if I summarize you, AI can solve human problems in one word.
Exactly.
Yeah? Exactly. So what AI can do in Fintech? It can do four kind of things. The first is recommendation. For example, it looks into my data and tells, hey Shoaib, you're 25 years old. If you're about to, in 10 years, you're about to get married. In 5 years, you need a home. And in 2 years, you need to do an MBA. So what AI can do is it can go into my data, it can analyze it, and it can create a goal management for me. That you need to save $2,000 per year, and every month you need to save, let's say, $100 for MBA, $200 for your home, and $500 for your wedding or for family planning.
And what about maternity?
Sorry?
What about maternity?
Of course, family planning can be other. So the second thing the AI can do for us is the automation. One, it has set a goal for me. It can go and do the financial management for me. It can start saving on my behalf automatically when my salary is coming to my account. It can start doing financial management. It can take out the 10% of my salary and put it into the fixed income, 20% into equity market, 10% into crypto market. Again, depends on my data, what my data is saying. The third thing is that it can predict on my behavior, right? let's say, hey Shoaib, your friends are planning for an outing next month and they're going to Dubai and you're about to sell, yeah, I've got it. You're about to sell your income. Rather than selling your shares or your fixed income, what you can do is I can get you a loan for 10% from this market instead of selling your stock. So it can predict and based on my score it can lend it to me. And the third thing is it can prevent fraud or any kind of suspicious activity. Let's say I never take a train, right? I always take a Uber. And sometime if my data or my bank transaction it will detect that hey you're taking train, so it will automatically analyze and alert me that someone has took this ride. If it's not you, then identify. So these are the 4 areas where a fintech can work. The landscape of Pakistan. So there are around 50 companies which are in fintech, working in fintech, digital finance, and hardly 10 of these companies are using AI for their businesses. EasyPaisa is doing one of their nano lending business through AI. Paces is doing using AI for image recognition. Taste Financial Services doing AI for giving financial services. And there is another one, Credit which is using the data to give financial services. So what is these financial services? So what we do is we target the unbanked Pakistanis in Pakistan, unbanked or non-bank customers. So as for this 2017, there is only 4 million customers who have a bank account. Formal bank account. I'm not talking about the mobile wallets. 4 million customers have a bank account. Means the majority of your bank, 190 million customers, they don't have a banking account, and that's your market. So what we did is, how can we reach to them? So we decided we will go through digital means. Around 50 million customers have a digital smartphone, and they are in the bottom of the pyramid. Means आपके घर की mates, आपके watchmen, they all have a smartphone. पूरा दिन अगर आप देखते होंगे तो आपके जो watchmen हैं वो smartphone निकाल के बैठे होते हैं और they keep watching videos on YouTube. So how can we bring them into the financial industry? So what we do is we collect their data and with their permission of course, and we draw them through nano financing. Her महीने की हफ्ते में 25 तारीख को our maids, our drivers, our office boys come to us and say सर 5,000 रुपये 2,000 रुपये मुझे मिल जाए तो मैं सैलरी आ जाएगी तो मैं आपको दे दूँगा. It's very embarrassing for them as well, and it's very so what we did is we collect the data, we analyze it, and we give them nano finance instantly. So we draw them through nano finance. We offer them short-term saving products to digital committees. We give them insurance product, we provide them insurance product and then investment product as well. So what AI does in these financial services? The primary purpose of the AI is to collect the data and structure it with the permission of the customer. So it collects the data from social media, financial data, mobile phone data. Then it analyzes the data and then it creates the profile of the customer. Since we are digital, we cannot go to individual customer and identify them, okay, who they are, what they do, and so we rely on the data. Now the question is, how reliable your data is, and the answer is, I can lie to my wife, but I cannot lie to my phone, because my phone knows where am I, and I can text my wife that day I will be late in office and I have a project due. And my phone exactly knows where am I due to my GPS coordinates. So I can lie to my family, but I cannot lie to my phone. So it creates a perfect picture of your customer. The secondary purpose of the AI is to create a customer segmentation. What my customers look like: male, female, students, students from which area, which university, what kind of customer, how much monthly expenditures they have. And secondly, it tells us, the AI tells us the ability to upsell and cross-sell the financial products. Let's say a customer takes a loan from us for paying his medical bills, and we say, like, आप हमसे हर महीने 1000 रुपए देते हैं to purchase your medicine. Why don't you purchase a insurance product from us? And that's the ability of AI do for us to upsell and cross-sell the financial products. So how AI in the lending works? The AI has 3 functions in the lending. It has to suggest the income level of the customer, guesstimate income level of the customer, then predict whether he's going to pay back or not, and prevent credit prevention, that this is the real person and not the identity fraud. And if the customer goes through all these 3 levels of the check, then we assign him a limit. So let's go into more detail how it works. Quick example. So the first thing is the collecting the data of the customer. Okay, we see that this person has taken a loan, last time he took a loan from us for entertainment purpose. This time he wants for education. We collect this social media data, pages like, what kind of interest he has, time spent on the social media, digital data, what kind of apps he has installed, and combining all this data and then creating a pattern. Okay, this is a customer, is a student, he has an aptitude test due, he wants to purchase past papers, he has a monthly expense of around 3,000 rupees, he's currently intern at HBL, and he wants to apply for IBA. Based on that, we create a customized product instantaneously for him, and we say, okay, hey buddy, we'll assign you 5,000 limit, and we'll give you for 2 weeks. And it's up to you how much you want to consume. Let's say he took 2,500 for a week, and we give him okay, this is your process fee and this is your charges, and he agrees, and we consistently disperse that money into his mobile wallet. So I'm pretty sure after this, everyone will be like, I want to do something in AI, start your own business, or want to use the AI to your existing business. So remember this dialogue from, I took this dialogue from the Spider-Man movie. With great data comes great responsibility. You're collecting huge data of the customer, right? So you have to be very responsible to keep it safeguard, to keep it safe. Remember what happened with Facebook, right? So once you lose your data, you lose your customer. So keep in mind the safety of the customer data. That's all.